Now then, guys, what's going on? This is Yorkie here, and welcome back to another episode of this RB Leipzig career mode here on the channel. And today we entered the January window, and I can't wait. I genuinely can't wait. We're going to make some moves. We didn't really do much in the summer because it made sense not to do much. We are top of the league table at the moment. We had a couple of iffier results recently, especially that PSG game, 5-3. Absolutely nuts in the last episode. If you didn't see that, go back and watch it. We are going to head into the winter break here in Germany and then into January, where hopefully we'll make some signings. We'll probably get 3 games in. We'll see. It kind of depends how much business I end up doing, whether we'll fit 3 games or 2 games, but I'll figure that out on the way. Now, this is an important window as well in order for us to keep our better players. Remember, we will be playing this. If the big teams come in for our big names, we won't just hoard them, we'll let them go. So if Man City come in for Dani Olmo, he's gone. And that worries me because he's been very good for us this season. Also, Andre Silva is in red hot form. So we did say in the last episode, 2 players can leave. 2 of the bigger names can leave. And after that, that's the cap. We're not going to sell any more of our big names because imagine if 5 or 6 went. Absolutely ludicrous. And I would be a mess. So we'll limit it to 2. I think that's fair. If 2 of the bigger names go, which I really do think they are going to go in this window. Could be completely wrong, but my expectation is that we lose out on 2 of our better players and we're going to have to replace them. Now we need to improve the wings, but first of all, let's deal with the situation of Sarachi. There was 2 different outcomes. One was release, one was keep and sell for profit. And I thought about it and gone with what I think we should do. And because it's so low, I'm going to release him like they did in real life. Because it's only 1.138 million, I'm going to release him like they did in real life. It's more true to form and we don't gain anything from it. And we don't actually lose that much from it either. Does mean instantly we are a mess at left midfield. Roll on Adoma Lookman coming back from Leicester. We need him. We need him now. Also, that was kind of part of the Ask Yorkie. One of the questions was, should you, I'd prefer it if you release him, basically. So we've got some more Ask Yorkie. Remember, ask Yorkie in the comments if you want your question answered in the video. One of them was signing players from the Brazilian RB team. They're not in the game, or else I would be looking at them. But I mean, FIFA has struggled with the Brazilian license for a long time. There's so many good Brazilian wonder kids that I know about from Football Manager that we can't use in this because they're not in the game, which is pretty devastating. Hopefully down the line, they do get Brazil, or we have a game that has Brazil. Pez used to always have it, but that's a dumpster fire this year. This one kind of slid in just in time because as we speak, this is Saturday. I'm going to watch the fights tonight, and I'm super excited. I am super excited about what's going to happen. I need to nap first, but it's Saturday. So you're getting this on Monday, so I hope you all had a bloody good weekend. This one is more about the future of career modes and what we do next. Next will be an RTG for this channel for a career mode. It's suggesting Sunderland. I will be putting a poll up on Monday. I think I've scheduled the poll for that will be going up sometime on Monday. No, Sunday. Sometime on Sunday, there'll be a poll going up. You guys can vote on what league we start in, and then we will work on teams after. Of course, if you leave me feedback of teams now, they're highly likely to be in the vote when we vote on the team. I like to give you guys the opportunity to choose where we end up managing, like we did with this RB save. So I think that's all that done. We can kind of now get into the episode. We've got to sim this game against Bayern coming up. Which hopefully we will win, but you never know. And then we enter the window, and madness does kick off. I've been excited to sit down and record this one. I had to wait an extra day to do it. I had to wait until the Saturday so that you guys could get your questions in. But let's get into it. I didn't even rotate for this game. I genuinely didn't even rotate. I thought we'll go full strength because we've got a winter break coming up. And we draw 1-1 against Byfield. They had 1 shot in the entire game and they scored it. 70% possession. As per usual, we didn't have any possession, but it's kind of how we play our games, isn't it? We don't really care for the possession. It doesn't really matter to us. But yeah, I mean, 1-1. Yeah, what do you say? What do you do about that? We just move, don't we? We just move. Bayern is scrapping down there. They need the victories, and that's a very good point for them against us. Now, Bayern Munich is slowly starting to catch us. I did make a video recently about how much of a shambles team lineups are and just the simulation in general, and we do use the term around here more draws than IKEA, because Bayern Munich have 7 draws this season already. At the halfway stage, pretty much, Bayern Munich have drawn 7 times. Now, granted, they've only lost once. Fair enough, but they've drawn 7 times. So, I mean, it is what it is. We'll deal with it. This is just what FIFA is, and we can't just change it. But I will continue to highlight these points so that maybe there is a slim hope that EA, somewhere down the line, go, do you know what, Yorkie? We like what you're saying. We like what you're selling here. We might actually make the game better. But who knows if that will ever happen. Let's get into January and first of all, just see who we're going to lose. Now, I am scouting someone. Oh, I saw a player get injured then. This is new. I haven't seen... So we've got risk of losing players, but it's fine. It's just one player. Oh, okay. So a player returning... I thought we got one injured. Haidara is returning from injury, which is pretty massive for us. We've got a youth player unsettled, but we don't really care about the youth system. It means nothing. And I scouted Miguel Aziz, who was recommended. I'm going to be honest, probably will not be for this career mode. I will shortlist him, but this is exactly the kind of shout and kind of player we're going to need from you guys when it comes to the Road to Glory save, because we're going to need to snipe players like this in that career mode who can grow really well. So this is definitely someone who we should look at for season number 2 when we do our RTG. Window is open. And I genuinely thought we were going to be brought back to see that there was loads of transfers, but there's not. I mean, we've got Cannon Clark returning from his loan. I don't know who that is, I'm going to be honest with you. And a player leaving from loan, and Campbell is on his way back, so we're actually getting our centre mids back now, slowly but surely. Who is this lad? I've not heard of him. It's not going to send me straight to him. I wish it sent you straight to the squad screen there to see who it is, but I'm sure it's someone that doesn't really matter. It would have been better if the end result there was actually Adama Lukman coming back from loan. This is the transfer hub at the moment, and I want to go out there and I want to do a deal instantly, right? I want to get out there and I want to do a deal instantly. I think it's got to be a left midfielder. We need one straight away. So I'm going to actually go for, I don't know, I want Kostic, but he's too expensive. And then, although he is going to be out of contract, so 35 million straight up for Kostic would be a really good deal for us, actually. I think that actually really makes sense. If we were to bring in Kostic, I like that deal. I also like the Justin Kluivert deal. He spent time on loan here before, and he's currently out on loan. So to bring him in next season, Justin Kluivert might be perfect for this team. Resurrect his career a little bit. Like I say, I'm pretty sure he's been on loan at RB Leipzig in the past. Maybe we bring him back. So I think Kostic for now, though, because he can do the defensive duties as well. He's got the work rate to do defensive duties, which is important for me. High defensive work rate. Whoever plays out on that left side needs to have that. It's going to be a big deal for us. It is picking up another player from a smaller German side in Frankfurt. I'm not paying 62 million. He's out of contract at the end of the day, so we have a little bit of wiggle room with the negotiation. No word of a lie, we're just going to go in for 35 million. Because, I mean, why would we pay any more for him? At the end of the day, I think 35 million is a reasonable fee for the Serbian. 29. So he is one of those players that comes in as an experienced player, but he's well versed in the Bundesliga, which I really like. Wasn't that hard of a deal to negotiate. 60 grand a week. He wanted to be crucial. We're giving him 3 years, and he comes in as just a brilliant ready-made player. Gives us options there on the left. Now we've got Angelino and Kostic, and that will be the second signing of this career mode. Potentially the biggest of this window. We'll see what happens with some of the other players. I think the rest of the players now that we bring in will probably be younger players, because we only have 43 billion left. That isn't a lot to play with. We have received our first transfer offer, and it's from Atlanta. So, I mean, we turn it down straight away. But the first transfer offer was for Orban, who I would love to keep. I really would love to keep. He's been brilliant for us. He's a little bit slow, a little bit sluggish, but he's just stalwart. Honestly, unbelievable. Now, Bordeaux have come in for Ibrahimi, who at the moment we have been using, but he's super young and probably not going to progress. I'm going to let him go to Bordeaux. Other transfer offer for Orban, and now one that we have to consider a little bit more because it's Atletico Madrid, but they've lowballed us. If they were coming in around the 27, I'd negotiate that, but I ain't. Come on, Atletico. Simeone trying to do me dirty. They need to come in with a higher bid than that. So no more bids in just yet, and we've got Mainz coming up. So we're actually going to play this game. Let's get the first game of the episode played. I'm looking forward to it. Let's put the lineup. I'm actually going to give Kostic his first start as well in this one. We do have Campbell and Haidara back. We'll keep them on the bench now. We are the better team here, so I'm going to rotate just a little bit to give players the opportunity. We'll play Brian Brobby as well, because again, like I say, we're the better team here. Let's get Yusuf Poulsen in there as well. That'll most likely be the starting 11. Dara also makes the bench for this one. This is the Mainz lineup. It's an interesting one. I don't know that many Mainz players, so I can't tell you if people have been played out of position or not. But let's just expect that they are. Kind of excited to see how this man does today. Philip Kostic's first opportunity in a Leipzig shirt. And, you know, he's a very, very good player. He's someone who I really like in real life, to be honest with you. He's been at Frankfurt for a long time. No one's gone in for him, which has been quite surprising to me because he's a really good footballer. Let's see what we could do with this one. I just want a decent result, a comfortable one. We're coming off a draw with Bayerfield, which is just not really acceptable if I'm being 100% honest, considering where they are in the table. Frankfurt are, not Frankfurt, sorry, Mainz are a similar team in that respect. They're not very well off in the table right now. So this is the kind of game you've got to put in the performances and win. Musa there. Oh, that's lovely play. That's Wolfsburg. I was going to line that up for Adams, and then I remembered Adams and how he shoots. I haven't actually played FIFA for a day. The last time I played was online as well. Brobby, get that in. That's not a bad idea. His passing isn't very good. I think I'm going to work on that in the development plans. Brian Brobby's passing is just a little bit naff, innit? Wolfsburg now. Ping that one to Brobby. Brobby in behind to Poulsen. They didn't track it, did they? Poulsen's in. Poulsen's in. Oh, what a save from Zenta. I went low, down into the corner. Just couldn't find the back of the net. That was close, in my opinion. That was very close. Now, we've been good at these recently. The corners. That time, not so much. This is great for Kostic on his... I couldn't get it in. I say, that was goal screaming. What can Poulsen do now? There's a good ball back to Adams. Fires off a shot. It wasn't a good one. The pressure from us early, though, is decent. Otis with a shot from long range. Glasky's equal to it. Cautious about that. Mine's getting a bit of pressure now. Putting me under it a little bit. Could do with a Red Bull, actually. I'm pretty tired. I've not had much sleep. I don't know. I just saw the image of a Red Bull can, and I thought, you know, I could drink that. It looked cold as well. Anyway, I mean, that matters nonetheless. What matters here is that we try and get a victory. I mean, surely if I'm managing RB Leipzig, though, you get free Red Bull. Do we reckon? I reckon the RB Leipzig manager gets free Red Bull on tap. That is great defending from Kostic. And although I want him to be decent going forward, he's a very good passer of the football. That defensive work rate sold me. Can't say that first half we're flooded with chances. Pretty lackluster, pretty dull. We've rotated, so, I mean, maybe that's one of the reasons. Just haven't seemed to get into our flow yet against Mainz. I feel like we've been the better team. We had 5 shots, they had 1. So, we were the better side, but we didn't really create enough. We didn't have anything clean-cut apart from that Poulsen chance, did we, Rayleigh? That's great from Lemmer. Forsberg, you've got to get to that, but we get away with it anyway. Forsberg on the run now. Brian Brobby waits and waits. He's found Poulsen. He's going to be through again. Go on then, Forsberg. Keep making that run, son. Forsberg for the winner. It might be the winner. I said the winner when there's still so much time left, but what a header that is from Forsberg, and we will take the lead. Here come Mainz. Don't want to get straight back into it. That's a pretty decent play. That's the lad we need to watch out for. He's very, very strong. Aarons did really well. They're moving it nicely, and he fires off the shot. What a save. Mainz are not lying down on this. Mainz are not lying down on this. They've made a substitution. Don't know who it is, but I'm sure he's a footballer. Ribeiro Martins has come off for Neuer. Honestly, I've got to be honest with you, lads. I don't know what his name is. I tried, though. A for effort, right? A for effort. I tell you who's putting a great shift today, Kostic. You guys probably aren't going to see how good he's been, but defensively, he's been unreal in this one. Oh, I'm going to go back to him, actually. Kostic now, still on the football. He's going to lump that one. That was such a well-weighted ball. Brian, I think Andre Silva scores that, to be honest with you. What a pass. So maybe you will see a little bit of how good he's been, because he's been very, very good. Adams now is going to pump that one out wide to Musa. Look at that from Musa. Look at that touch. And then look at the footwork to get himself into a really good position and stab it forward. But Poulsen and Musa were not on the same wavelength. Probably's been found there. We'll find Shabazz light. Just got really good footwork. So, I mean, it makes life a lot more easier for me. Kostic now. Brings that one forward. Buzz footwork again from him. Finds Haidara. Put that one back to Kostic. Kostic saw Musa. Dips it in. And Musa's header to Brobby just... wasn't good. That was really well worked play up the field, but there's nothing happening from it, which is not the ideal scenario. And they might have broken it. I tried to play him offside. They might have broken it here. And we are just moments away from winning this game, and we will win it. 1-0. RB Leipzig, the victory. It was not close. We just couldn't finish our dinner. It wasn't a close game at all, which is a bit frustrating because I feel like we should have won that by more. But it doesn't really matter how you win them, does it? Let's be honest. It does not matter how you win them as long as you win them. There we go. Ibrahimi is gone. He has been sold. And, you know, it's a decent deal for us there. We don't make much. Again, it's not really going to impact the transfer budget on what we're trying to do here moving forward. I'm itching to sign more players, though. That's where we're at the moment. I'm itching. And to be honest with you right now, I thought we'd have seen a bigger bid come in. I thought we'd have lost one of our bigger players at this stage. Now, we have had some central midfield injuries, so I'm thinking maybe the next player that we sign should be a central midfielder. I really do like the Ericsson deal, but it looks like he's going to go to Brentford in real life. So if we're going for this centre mid position, I genuinely do like Kamara. I think he's really good. He's very athletic. He's got decent defending. He's not going to be good going forward, but that's usually the case. We're playing two cams, so whoever's in that midfield needs to be very good and physical, needs to be able to win the ball back on a consistent basis. And I think Kamara just suits that. He really does. 22 as well from Salzburg. I think he's going to be the guy we pick up here. He's a team player as well. So, I mean, everybody loves a team player. So we got the deal done and dusted. Didn't cost too much. We paid 15 million for him, and he's on 32 grand a week. 3 years, rotational contract. So I think it's actually 4 years. I don't know why it's saying 3 years. So that's really good. That gives us that extra depth. Like I say, we've had a lot of injuries in the center of the park, which has just caused me, I don't know, it's felt like it's caused me a lot of problems, those central midfielders being injured. Putting him back in the team, I think, is massive for us. We'll get Campbell back in there as well. I need to nurse him back to fitness. Plus, you know, Campbell and Lehmer aren't the youngest, and you never know when bids are going to come in. So having that extra depth there is huge. I still think maybe in this window, if we don't sell anyone, we still need a right midfielder. Stuttgart next then, Mercedes-Benz Arena. This is going to be our starting 11. They're playing the exact same formation. That Mainz game should have been easier, so I'm a little bit worried now at how we played in that one to this Stuttgart game. It's snowing again, but snow is broken on this game, unfortunately, so we're not going to deal with the snow. It's a real shame. I used to love playing in the snow. We'll play overcast because it's the winter, but yeah, I used to love playing in the snow on FIFA, but this year you just can't see anything, and that's a problem. But we've gone full strength here because we need to win these games, and I need to get the first 11, you know, game time. With the Champions League coming back soon, that's when we'll get really into the thick of it, and that's when we need to start worrying a little bit about strength and depth. But at the moment, these games, we can play our starting 11 and not really worry too much. We've got a week in between. But watch out for Silas because he's dangerous, strong, quick. Really good player. We signed him last year for Bayer Leverkusen. Beast, honestly, beast. Maybe we'll use him at some point this year. I would love to, but I feel like we used him quite a lot last year's game, so I kind of put myself off then in that regard. Angelino back in the squad today, not Caustic. I think I will basically just rotate between the two of them because they're both so good defensively. Konku there doing brilliantly. Speaking of great defensively, Danny Olmo, that's going to be too easy for us. That's going to be too easy for us. Threading it through the eye of the needle for Danny Olmo, and Silva will make it 1-0 RB Leipzig. You can't make it that easy, Stuttgart. You cannot make it that easy. I suppose you've got to question the thought process in the defending there because there was none. Like, wide open was Silva. No one was near him. They didn't stand off either, which was interesting, and we take the lead early. Again, we should be beating a team like Stuttgart. They're 14th in the table this season. They're going to be a team that fights in the relegation spots. We got to beat those kind of sides. We're RB Leipzig and hopefully winning the title or at least fighting for it. Wolfsburg. Silva takes a touch. Takes his time to place it. And in the end, maybe I should have gone a cross goal. Instead of... I thought I could fool the goalkeeper. I didn't. Got a corner though. And we look rampant now back with our starting 11 in the side. Klosterman! Oh, what a header. And that'll be 2-0 RB Leipzig. Yeah, we look rampant now. Back with the first starting 11 out. You know, the main team on the pitch. We're just a different team when they're all on song. You know, when we've got the main lads out there, we're just a different squad. We're too good. We're too good. A long way back now for Stuttgart. They've dug themselves a hole there very early on. And a hole that, if I'm being honest with you, I don't expect them to get out of. Vega now. An early goal back would put them in the game at least. They've looked really frail defensively, but an early goal would have put them back in the game. Losing it there like that will not. And then Forsberg's just got an acre here. He's got an acre. He can take his time as well. Forsberg, absolute banger. 3-0 RB Leipzig. We might, if it continues like this, sim the rest of this game because, to be 100% honest with you, I don't think we're going to see much from Stuttgart. It already feels like they've given up before the game's even really started. Let's pass that forward. Vega. A little bit out of position here, but they've taken too long to build up play, which has allowed me to get back into the position I need. Silas. Oh, that was a poor slide. But Mukiele's still on him. Oh, Vega scores. 3-1. Okay. Game on, maybe? We'll see. We'll see what Stuttgart can do in the rest of the match. But Vega makes it 3-1. Mukiele should have done better there against Silas. Is it Silas or is it Silas? Obviously, it used to be Wamamatuga, but I think there was some falseness or something happened there. I don't know the full story. I just know there was some shenanigans. But yeah, is it Silas or is it Silas? What do you guys say? Danny Olmo just wants that overlap, doesn't he? And they've left him wide open again. Silva! Oh, what a save. Needed to get to that ball quicker, but great save from the keeper. Considering how dull the last game was, this one's been a banger so far. As Andre Silva goes close. Well, they're in over the top. And what a save that is from Golaski. 3-2 just before the half would have definitely changed the dynamics of this match. I mean, he hit it well. Hit it hard and low, but we're kind of living on the edge now towards the end of the second half, which is weird because we started the game so well as Kempf heads it over. That will be the halftime whistle. Need to just readjust a little bit at the start of the second. Just got a little bit sloppy. I'd like another goal so that I can make... This is happening a lot now. This ball over the top. Bring him down. That might be a red. That might be a red. That is a red. You know, I thought there was a covering man. Klosterman has changed the shape of this game with that red card. Imagine if they go and score this free kick as well. Obviously, we're going to make a sub now. Samakam's going to come on for Wolfsburg. You know, unlucky for Wolfsburg. Klosterman getting that red card was not... It's not what I had planned there when I slid in. A little bit of a blood rush to the head, actually. I think from me, Vega. Oh, he's put it wide. But this game that I was talking about maybe even having to sim, well, not no more. And we really are going to have to be the counter-attack inside now. Angelino, they're out wide. This is lovely. If we get another goal, it might just kill off the match. Angelino whips it back across. Danny Olmo, we do get another goal. And hopefully that'll be enough just to see off the game, to be honest with you. I really do hope. What's happening here? Why are they not celebrating? Oh, okay. I thought they were going to roll it offside or something out of nowhere. But what a ball in that is from Angelino. No one marking Danny Olmo. He just guides it, doesn't he? The goalkeeper maybe should do better, but he just guides that into the back of the net. I really wish Danny Olmo had a real face as well. It'd be nice to see, but I'll take that. Again, Danny Olmo might have got a face in the new update. I don't know, because we ain't on the new update, because I can't do it on this account. But just trust. The next career mode, we will have all the face updates, and I am, we're probably not going to see any of them, but at least we'll have them. At least we know they're there, and no more skinny arms in the youth academy. And the youth academy will be using quite heavily in that next career mode, because of course it's going to be the road to glory. This really has been a more chaotic game than I thought it was going to be after the first 15 minutes, if we're being honest with ourselves. Like, chaos has just ascended here. Danny Olmo's going to pick that up, and then he's got... Oh my... I love Danny Olmo. How's that not gone in? How's that not gone in? I really do like Danny Olmo because of that ability. We're going to look at this back because they're not going to show me a replay. So first of all, let's just give Danny Olmo just some applause, you know? Look at this for a pass. Look at that. Oh my God. And then this from Silva. I mean, he hits it sweetly and I'm ready to celebrate. I'm thinking in off the post. Super stuff. Straight across goal. Straight across goal. But we are in a position to make a few subs. So are they. Koulibaly's coming on. And CLASUE is coming on. I honestly, lads, I'm shocking with names. I really am. There's been actually some more suggestions that I will show you scout reports for. That I genuinely forgot to show you the scout reports for. And I'm telling you. You know who you are in the comments. You done me dirty with the name of this lad. He even says in the comment... The pronunciation of this name may be a stumbling block for you. And he was 1,000,000% right. It's he's a great player. We'll look at him after the game, though. I completely forgot to show you him before. That is naughty, naughty. Is that going to even up the playing field? No, it's not. Donku now. Oh, that's a lovely ball to Danny Olmo. He should have scored one earlier. Will he get this one now? Oh, he got the power on it. Muller's had a good game to be... I know he's conceded 4, but he's played really well, and we are not playing like we've got 10 men. There goes the full-time whistle in what was an unbelievably thrilling game. I did not expect this match to end up being probably game of the episode, but it was an absolute banger. There was a brief moment where I thought Stuttgart was back in. We gave away the red card. It opened the door for them, but they seemed to take their foot off the gas once the red card was given, which was extremely weird, but... Hey, you've got no complaints from me. We get the victory. Right, so this is one of the players on the comment. Now, I won't put the comment on the screen because he didn't put Ask Yorkie. Maybe he doesn't want it on the screen. But anyway, it was a great comment. It was some suggestions. Now, Luis Siniestra was one of the suggestions who I really like. I do really like, but I feel like Kostic suits us better because of his defensive abilities. We will still scout him, but I really like Kostic's defensive work rate. That's key for us because remember, we don't play fullbacks. So the left mid having that is... huge, but this guy actually could be trained to play as one of our cams. So we are going to add him to the list and we will take a look at him. And the next one was another player who isn't at Besiktas. I'm sure he has been at some point. He's at Feyenoord. Great suggestion. Orkun. Second name, nobody bloody knows apart from him. I have no idea. So we are going to scout him because I feel like he's a great player. He's always been super good in Football Manager. That's why I've known about him for a little while. Never signed him in FIFA. But we need a nickname for him if we sign him. We need a nickname. I can't say his last name. Probably never going to be able to say his last name. We need a nickname. But with that out of the way, and me remembering that mid-match, let's continue to go through. If we got any bids here, we do. Oh, we do. Oh, no, it's not what I want. It's not like this. Atletico Madrid are paying the 79.9 million release clause for Christopher Nkunku. I want to cry. We're going to lose Nkunku, lads. You know, I'm not renegotiating that. It would be complete BS from me to renegotiate to keep Nkunku. We've had a really good half a season with the lad. Very, very good player. 80 million. RB Leipzig would snap that up in a heartbeat. He is an unbelievable player. There's been rumours with him in real life. And he's going to join Atletico Madrid, and there's nothing I can physically do about it apart from go and cry into my pillow and discover who we're going to sign to replace him. Now, it's not too bad in the cam position because Nkunku is playing as a right mid. When we look at our right mid options, none of them are Nkunku level. We've got Nico Williams and we've got Diallo, both who I think would be good, both young. Diallo's not really played much for Man United, so that's how I can really justify that one. And Nico Williams, you know, good youngster from Athletic Club Bilbao, and I think we're going to give him Champions League football, so he'd make that move. And then that's it for the right side. So I'm going to have to go and look for some right-sided players because I haven't really planned for Nkunku going too much. In fact, I haven't planned for it. Now, Siniestra could be an option for us and we retrain him to play on the right. And I think he could play on the right. So maybe he does become that option. But at the moment, it looks like we're going to be playing youngsters on the right side of midfield for the rest of this season. I did say this was going to happen. And it has happened. Finally, it's taken a fair few days to get to this stage. What date are we on now? The 17th, but a massive bid there for Nkunku. It's a sad day, but Nkunku's gone. It's a sad, sad day, though. So Nkunku's gone, and I think I might have found his replacement. I don't know yet. I'm actually going to let you guys have the opportunity because we play Wolfsburg next, and then the window will still be open before we move into the next month. So I'm going to actually give you guys the opportunity to have one last say on what we do because now you've seen some of the players that have left the club. I can't promise there won't be more in that time, but this is who I think is going to be the replacement for Nkunku. And it's Radel Baku. He is very, very good. I like him. He's got medium defensive work rate, which is good as well, and high attacking work rate. He's decent on the ball. He's got great weak foot. He's very Nkunku-like, if I'm being 100% honest with you. He's like the German Nkunku. So I actually really like him. I think he's the man for the job. I genuinely do. Now, he's not going to be super cheap, but we're pretty rich now. So I reckon he's probably going to cost 48, 50 million. But I want your guys' feedback before we go in for him. So we might actually end up playing against him here as we take on Wolfsburg, who are 4th in the league, and we will end up coming up against him because there he is at right mid. So we'll see what the situation is and how he gets on against us. They've also got Holzek as well up top. This is a decent Wolfsburg team. They're 4th in the league and will be trying to stop us climbing even higher ahead of them. So this will be our starting 11, and I'm actually going for Kamara in there today because I just think his high work rate in the center of the park is going to be really big considering the kind of team we're playing against. And of course, Musa will be starting at right mid and will be our right mid until we find that replacement for Nkunku. This is a real tough game though, we'll make no bones about it. We've got arguably our strongest starting 11 out on the pitch that we can feel right now. Big burden for Musa. But, I mean, he's had such a good season. That's a great ball over to Angelino. Can we just say that right now? That is a fantastic ball over. Knock that on. Silva can't knock it on. We'll win it back, though. We don't win it for long. I am worried about this game. I'm not going to lie. They've got a really good team. Lucas Metra as well is another player we was looking at. We just like the Wolfsburg side, don't we? Maybe we should have done Wolfsburg. And Vardiol does brilliantly there. He's having a great season. That ball to Kamara was shocking. That ball to Kamara was shocking. They've got Waldschmidt as well. Baku there with a poor pass. Hopefully lining up in an RB kit maybe very soon. If he scores today, I'm going to cry. If he scores today, we don't sign him. That's it. I'm done. If he scores in this one, no way we going for him. Quite a tentative start to the game, to be honest with you, because we know there's a lot at stake here. And so do Wolfsburg. They're basically out of the title race if they don't win this one, I would imagine. They know that there's that pressure on them. They're a very good young side as well, especially with Holzek. Very, very good young player. That's great link-up play between Andre Silva and Dani Olmo. And they've done that just continuously all season. And that's a great ball over Moose. Oh, just a bit behind him, wasn't it? Guedes has gone from Valencia to Everton. I don't know how that impacts the Bundesliga whatsoever, but I mean, it's a great signing for Everton. They'd love someone like that right now in real life, wouldn't they? Because Everton's season is a shambles. We don't even know who's going to take over there at the moment. We did do an Everton rebuild on the channel. Actually really enjoyed it. We are going to do more rebuilds. My only issue with the rebuild is FIFA's a bit broken for rebuilds, the mechanics and stuff, but I think I'm going to do more as we just couldn't get the tackle on him. He just kept going and going and going, and we just couldn't stop him. We have to do better there, and Holzek is going to make it 1-0 Wolfsburg. Too many attempts to put the tackle in. One there, he breaks it, and then it's just so infuriating. Can't give him that space. 2 matches now he's played for Wolfsburg since signing, and he's scored in both of them. I do back us, though, as a forward team. Not with balls like that, though, from Angelino. But I do back us. Are we going to be a little bit off here because of missing Nkunku? Is that we're going to have a bit of a headache because of that? I mean, Moose is more than good enough. Here come Wolfsburg. Mecha. Out wide there to Waldschmidt. Got to get to him quicker, haven't we? Lamer. Is he offside there, Mecha? I thought he was. Got to stay on your feet, Mookie. Got to stay on your feet, lad. Get to that Kamara. That is lovely. Now is there a break on? Andre Silva. There might be a break on here. Danny Olmo now. He's being chased. He's being chased, but he's going to get that ball over to Andre Silva. Andre Silva's usually got ice in his veins in that position, and Castile saves it. I should have gone the other side of the goal. Best attack we've had in the game. Really is the best attack we've had in the game. Penalty. No. Okay. We'll take half-time. Only 1-0 down. Wolfsburg look really good. Oh, that's great, Mookie. That is great from Mukiele. Keep going, lads. Keep going, lads. That's a great ball to Forsberg. It's a great ball to Forsberg, and it's in off the crossbar, and it's 1-1 just like that. Mukiele intercepts the pass. Great, cool, calm, and collected play from him. He's a very, very good player, and we will make it 1-1. We're right back in this game. Look at that, the fans going, yeah. You know, that's what you do when you're at game, all right? Let's be fair to Forsberg. Lovely finish, though. He's having a pretty decent episode. I think that's 3 goals in this episode for Forsberg. They're giving the ball away again. Danny Olmo now. Oh, it's the wrong pass. He's going to find Forsberg. Forsberg back to Danny Olmo. Then Danny Olmo pokes it through. This is usual Leipzig play. And he should have passed it in. Shouldn't have shot with Angelino. It's not his strong suit. Shouldn't have shot. Should have played it across to Andre Silva, but got greedy, didn't I? Out there to Baku. Who we won, and it's gone in. Stefan gets his head to it, straight into the arms of Golaski. Still got the ball there. Oh, Schmidt. Holzek! Oh, what a save. Really tight game. Holzek's going to come off now, which is a really baffling decision from Wolfsburg after he's been all that's bright about them going forward. I don't know who they've brought on in replace. It's going to be Balek. You know, well-known player that I do not know about. Stefan, oh, I thought I cut it out. We've still got it. No! Well, he nearly bit me in the ass there, didn't he? Because he nearly made it 2-1. Can't put it beyond them that they'll get something late on. Baku plays the ball in. Oh, Golaski gets there. Baku back on the football. Might be wearing an RB shirt next weekend. Not right now, though. Not right now. Danny Olmo, that is lovely play. That is lovely play from Danny Olmo. I bloody love you, Danny. I bloody love you. And Moose's pass was not good enough. Andre Silva does everything he can now to get back on the football. Andre Silva will win the game for RB Leipzig in the 93rd minute. Moose's ball wasn't good enough, but do you know what? That little man right there, he said, I am not losing today. I ain't losing today, Gaffer. He wins the ball back. He slaps it into the top corner, and we are going to beat Wolfsburg in what has been an unbelievably hard game of football. But what a way to win it. That man Andre Silva is still playing for this football team right now. And is he playing? Oh my God, that was absolutely nutty. 2-1 the victory. I don't know how we've managed it. We were so close there to that not being our victory. We will have the win today, and I don't quite know how. Fair play to Wolfsburg. If they play like that for the rest of the season, they're going to have a good year. You can see right here, Wolfsburg, 7 shots, better XG, better possession. I don't know how we did it, and we've done that a few times this year. And to be fair, I think we just got lucky. They were coming within an inch of scoring a goal, and we go down the other end, and Andre Silva wins the football back. But we play against Wolfsburg again next in the quarterfinal. That'll be the start of the next episode. Will we have Baku? We'll also have Bayern Munich and the first leg against Juve. So Juve in the Champions League in the next round. Not too bad of a draw playing against Juve, if I'm being honest. That was a massive result. I thought it was destined for a draw, and I was kind of cool with the draw. But the fact that we've managed to do that. Now, there is one more big player that can leave the club. So I don't know what happens if another big player goes. We'll assess that at the time. But I think Nkunku's replacement would make sense for it to be Baku. But if you think to yourselves, you shouldn't sign Baku, he's having a good season with Wolfsburg, leave it until the summer, go for one of the youngsters. I just want to gauge your guys' feedback, basically, and help me make the decision on what we do. But I think Baku is the perfect like-for-like replacement for him. If I'm being honest with you, I did add a few more players to the list. I added Jeremy Doku, who, I mean, potentially could be an RB player for a season before he moved on to bigger and better things, maybe. You guys could maybe have an opinion on that, but I think Baku is the perfect replacement. But that's going to be it for this episode, guys. That's where we're going to leave it. I appreciate the support as per usual. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Remember, if you want to ask any questions, ask Yorkie. If you're new around here and you haven't subbed, hit the sub button. That's it for me. I need to go lie down now after that Wolfsburg game. That was absolutely crazy.